Hey everyone, welcome to Metal Customs. Well, as you see, we got the Mustang out of the paint booth. It had time to sit and cure just fine. So what I'm going to do, and I'm not going to put a lot of this on video, is basically the same old, same old. Go through, do a little bit of water sanding on like that run I got. Go ahead and water sand that out. Basically, I'm just going to run over the whole car with the bumper. Try to get it a little slicker, a little more shine to it. And then, run over, wash it, dry it, blah, blah, blah. And then we'll start putting this thing all together. So that's mainly what this video is going to be about. We're going to try to get this thing together and get her where she's drivable. And hopefully, if time allows in this video, we will finish this thing and get it driven down the road. But at least that's the goal. So hang out and I'll show y'all some little bits and pieces here and there along the way of getting this thing finished up. Well guys, I've been bumping on this thing and I'm just wore out. Tired of bumping. So what I'm going to jump on next is trying to get these lines filled in and get this flame outlined. What I've done here, I took some of the blue and some of the purple, mixed it together, and I put a little activator in it so that it'll dry quicker and it should dry shiny that way. I've got just a basic hobby brush, no fancy expensive pinstripe brush. Need one, just don't have one. So let's see if we can actually accomplish this and make it turn out looking good. Well guys, that paint's thin, so this is going to take probably 2 or 3 going overs. That's a lot of work. Like everything on this car, it's just being difficult. But I'm going to go ahead and keep on keeping on, and I'll let y'all see the final product. Well guys, I got that done, and it really didn't turn out that bad. I gotta say, my hand's not as steady as it used to be, that's for sure. But it did fill in them white marks. And it does have a nice little contrast of color there, so that's pretty cool. Well, I'm gonna let that paint cure overnight before I touch it really. What I'm gonna do is take some of the ultrafine compound and just go over the hood again and go over that where I painted it. Should smooth it up a little bit and get a little bit of shine out of it. But for now, I'm going to get back to the rest of the car, and the next major thing I do, I'll turn the camera back on. But for the time being, more bumping, part of it. Alright everybody, I got this thing washed and dried, and I gotta say, and I'm first to admit it, I'm very disappointed. I will never ever buy this brand of paint again. I don't know what it is, but I know that I've painted this car once, cleared it. I mean, man, a lot of runs in that clear. It was got like water thin. I thought it was a gun issue, so went through a little pressure problem, what have you. Still shouldn't have done that bad. And then I go back and I fix all the spots and I re-clear it with a freshly cleaned gun, correct pressure and all. No runs, but man, to be a high gloss glamour clear, it just didn't do worth a crap in my opinion. The paint, I mean, when you look at the paint, yeah, it's got the pearls there. It is pretty. But when you really get to looking at it, you see all the little imperfections. I mean, it doesn't take nothing to put a scratch on this stuff. And I mean, I shot this last Friday, and today is Thursday. So it's almost a week this has had to cure. Like I said, I took it over today and I washed it. Still got some swirl marks in it. Now, I'm not saying I'm the world's best painter, but I'm not the worst painter. I mean, y'all seen Hootie Who's truck? That paint and clear laid down really good, and that stuff was actually cheaper than this. Thought I'd spend a couple more dollars on this one and try to get it some, you know, some wild pearl color and everything. I might have to actually reshoot some of this quarter good after I washed it. You see primer right there. And I think that's where the problem lies. I think this paint is so cheap and thin that I'll never use this brand again. And even when I was mixed a little up to do them lines on the hood, you know, I mean, I had to go over it several times. And as you can see, there's still spots that even after I washed it, the paint just didn't stick that good because it was so thin it just had no covering and no coat coverage to it. But I mean, hey, that is that. Lesson learned. Still 20 foot away, car still looks awesome. Just when you get up on it, you notice all these little imperfections and everything that I'm just super unhappy with. But still, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this car up and put it together. It'll be a fun driver. If somebody's interested in it, I'll sell it. But for the most part, all this was going to be was a get out on Sunday and cruise car from time to time with weather permitted. So it doesn't have to be perfect. I just thought it would turn out a lot better than it. Alright guys, well enough of me making excuses and talking about cheap products. There again, get what you pay for. Let's go ahead and get back to what we were doing now that we got it washed and everything. Let's start putting everything back on it and make it a complete car once again. And on with reassembly. Guys, I picked up some new tail lights. These don't look too bad. No, I ain't much on a bunch of chrome. But this was the lowest cost tail lights that I could find on eBay. It was like $60 for two of them, and that included shipping. Yes, that's how cheap I am. But let's go ahead and get these in here and see how they look. That don't look too bad. I went in there and everything fit fine. That one took a little bit of a tap to make it go in there, but hey, it worked. Yeah, that don't look too bad. All right, let's move over here and put our little gas cap lid thing on. All right, I got this. It's all ready to rock and roll. It's right on our existing gas cap. So let's grab those. I'm using some of this 3M double sticky tape. All right, finally got it. Get it stuck on there straight. And voila, there we go. Got it stuck on there good. And the door still works fine and everything. But yeah, I really like that touch. I reckon that these chrome tail lights go good with that. Cool, cool. Well, let's move on to something else. Right, and I got some different headlights and parking lights. These came out of my, what is that, 98 I got out there. I think these are pretty cool. Seem to look pretty good. Let's see how good they look on the vehicle. If we can get them in there. You know these things are a pain sometimes. Well, there we go. Them don't look too bad at all. Yeah, a lot better than them factory lights, that's for sure. Alright, let's keep on keeping on. Alright guys, been piddling with this thing for a week or so, and finally got it all back together. Side skirts, interior, all the lights, I mean, you name it. I'm out of parts, it's together. But this car has really thrown me another curve, which I should have expected it. Now I've got two fuses that instantly blow. The one that works my dome light and my clock, and I believe it works the radio. That fuse keeps blowing, and the fuse for the brake lights and turn signals keeps blowing. And this car has never had an electrical problem, So I don't know. I'm assuming maybe a little mouse or something got up in there and chewed a hot wire. It's got to be arcing out against something because it pops just like that. Well, I'm going to have to deal with that and do a lot of running down on this electrical and get that all fixed. As well as car needs another washing and cleaning up and everything. And I do have some rims and tires I'm going to put on it. So, I'm going to wrap it up for this video because I got a lot of work to do that I'm going to do off camera. Y'all probably don't care to see me chasing electrical and some of the words I will use while I'm doing that. So, while I accomplish all of that work, y'all hang out because the next video on this car is going to be the premiere video where I finally have it all finished. I have everything repaired, cleaned up, get some wax on her where she looks super nice. We'll take her for a cruise down the road and get some really close up and some good shots of it. Well guys, I appreciate you watching, especially the series on this 95 Vert. This thing has really thrown me some curves and been very difficult, but I'm going to hang in there with it and try to get this thing finished and get it where we can use it for a little bit of fun. Well everyone, thanks for watching, sure do appreciate it. If you would, throw me down some comments. If you're able, hit us up on Patreon. And if you would, please like, share, and subscribe. Again, thanks for watching, and until the next one, hope that y'all have a fantastic day.